Well, on Friday, Disney Plus is premiering a new movie based on the story of a fun-loving high school student who has a raw talent for music and a rare form of bone cancer. This is Clouds.
Here's the thing. I like you. I know your diagnosis complicates things, but I don't care.
Hey, Megan.
Do you like me?
Yes, I do.
Even though I don't have cancer?
Make your move, Romeo. Most teenagers feel like they're invincible. Not the Superman kind of invincible. The kind of invincible that tricks you into thinking tomorrow might be a better day to start chasing your dreams. And while there's a lot that I don't know at my age, what I do know is this. We all have limited time.
A powerful and emotional movie. The star of the film, Finn Argus, joins us. I should say Des Plaines native as well. Fellow Chicagoan. How are you, Finn?
Yeah, I'm doing very well. Thank you.
Yeah, I know you've been at this a long time, growing up in Des Plaines, doing stage at a very young age. When did that acting bug kind of hit you?
I had a lot of pent-up energy as a kid, and my parents put me in an acting class at 10 years old, I think, at the Metropolis, which is where I did my first role as Alfalfa in The Little Rascals, and just continued until it blossomed into me moving to LA eventually. But
I'm glad you brought that up, because we actually have a picture of you here as Alfalfa, The Little Rascals. We like to do some surprises around here, but so that was it, huh? That was the turning point.
Wow, I haven't seen that in so long. That's awesome.
So now tell us about this project you have now, because I saw the film last night. Very, very powerful. It's based on a true story. When did you first learn about this story?
I remember hearing about Zach's story back in 2013 when Clouds was blowing up and Zach was all over the news outlets. And I remember actually trying to learn the song on guitar. My mom suggested I make a cover of it. So I learned the chords and I started singing it, and I thought to myself, I don't know if this sounds good. So I shelved it. Come 7 years later, I get this audition to play Zach, and it came right back to me, and it was a great second chance to play Clouds, and I auditioned, just, you know, hoping for the best, and of course I ended up booking the role, and it's been an incredible honor to step into some really big shoes.
Yeah, I hear that you play like 10 instruments. This is true?
This is true, yeah. It started with Spanish guitar when I was in 3rd grade, and then it kind of snowballed into piano, French horn, cello, taught myself ukulele, banjo, mandolin, just any string instrument, basically, I'll get my hands on and figure out how to play it.
All right, we were friends a couple minutes ago. I play the guitar, and I've tried to learn other instruments. It's difficult enough playing one. Is this the musical thing? Is this running your family? Is this something that comes easy?
You know, my older sister played Spanish guitar, and she's who inspired me to pick that up. But besides that, not really. There aren't a lot of musicians in my family. My mother's a singer, so I got that from her.
Right, so the performing arts gene, yeah. And you actually got to spend some time with the main character's family, Zach.
Yeah. I visited Minnesota prior to filming, and I got to meet the Sobiechs and speak with Laura and Rob, Zach's parents, and meet his best friend, Sammy Brown, and his girlfriend, Amy Adamley. And that was invaluable, you know, as an actor playing Zach, and also just as a person dealing with my own things at the time. They set an amazing example for positivity and love and family unity in the face of adversity.
Yeah, when you're playing somebody who is a real-life character, I would imagine there's some pressure there, because you don't want to disappoint the family. You want to make sure you portray him in the right light.
Yeah, of course, it's a huge responsibility when you're playing a real person, no matter what, and especially it being Zach Sobiech, such a courageous and inspiring young man. I wanted to make sure that I was telling his story authentically and doing it justice. And I think being able to meet the family and getting to know how they wanted to be represented and getting to know the ins and outs of all their relationships, that really helped me feel secure in my portrayal of Zach. And I got to communicate with them while we were filming and make sure, you know, is this how Zach would react in this situation? Or, you know, they were incredibly open and vulnerable, and even allowed me to wear some of Zach's clothes while we were filming, and I used his crutches in the movie, and even ended up writing a song that was based on a handful of his unfinished lyrics. So wow. They've incredibly strong, you know, readdressing these difficult emotions, and incredibly gracious as well.
Yeah, and of course we have all been affected by cancer. I know that your aunt battled brain cancer. I lost my mother to cancer, so it's a film that we can all relate to. I guess what's the one takeaway you want people to know about this character that you're playing and the real life Zach?
Zach said in his documentary that was made when he knew he had a terminal diagnosis, he said, "You don't have to find out you're dying, just start living." And that stuck with me. I've had to say those words, for this movie, and I've had to really look in myself and feel that and believe that. And that realignment has been so helpful. And I think it's important that people realize that we all have limited time. And Zach knew he had a terminal diagnosis, and what he did with that limited time is so inspiring. And I think everyone could take a page from that book and tell the people that you love them. Keep your family close and give people hugs, small, kind gestures. Just value the moment, because we don't know how much time we have left, and it's important to make the most of it while we can.
Yeah, that's a huge lesson I think we all learned here in 2020. Well, great luck with the film. We are proud of you here back in Chicago. Don't forget us now that you're a big Hollywood star.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, one last thing I got to ask you about. I love that you have a sense of humor, because on Twitter, for whatever reason, because people are so nice on Twitter, they were comparing you to looking like Emma Watson, which I don't see the resemblance, but you actually had fun with it and tweeted something out.
I mean, I don't see the resemblance either, but I'm not going to complain. If someone's comparing me to Emma Watson, she's beautiful. I'll take it. Cast me as Belle in Beauty and the Beast. Sounds great.
That sounds good. Finn Argus, thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you. Have a great day.